Mitch, 36 years old. 2002 British Pro Super Heavyweight Sit-Down Arm Wrestling Champion. Multiple British Powerlifting Champion, drug-free, 9 British records, 3 World Championships competed at, coming bronze in one of them. Multiple Southern area powerlifting titles, lost count. How many of those? Growing up, I am a twin and I also have a younger brother, so we're a family of 5. So growing up, fighting with my brothers every day made it very competitive spirit. And so growing up, one day my granddad, who was my hero, put on the old VHS of Pumping Iron with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno. Some of you might know the film, and I was hooked from then. So watched that film with my granddad. I then started lifting a rock in my bedroom to get my biceps big. Used to do 100 reps on each arm with a great big rock, and tins. I was doing lateral raises with tins of beans because I wanted to look like Arnold and Lou Ferrigno. My granddad saw this, and when I was old enough, took me to the gym, Spit and Sawdust gym, gave me some of his weights as well, and he started training me. And that's where my love for competing and strength was born. My granddad was my biggest hero and inspiration to start with in training, because he took me to the gym and started my routines. Some of them I hated. For instance, I loved to bench press back then, but he would never let me bench press until I'd finished 4 sets of 10 squatting, because he said how important it was to have legs and foundation. And then one year I was watching telly at Christmas time, and there was a program called The World's Strongest Man, and I thought, wow. And I was kind of hooked on strength then, after watching, I believe it was 2002 World's Strongest Man. From when I was 14, 15, 16, I competed in amateur boxing. That was my first taste of competitiveness. I'd been in the gym training, but I hadn't yet ever competed in anything. So boxing, one of the toughest sports in the world, was my first ever competitive experience. Walking into the gym and smelling the leather and the sweat. And as soon as I walked in the gym with my brother, the coach looked at us and said, "Fresh meat." And that would put a lot of people off, but I guess the mentality was I wanted to be there. So I had a few amateur boxing matches, won a few, lost a few, got a few punches to the head, and then evolved from boxing, because I then started to lift weights after watching World's Strongest Man, and my love for strength and gains took over my love for being punched in the head, and I went into then powerlifting, which I was quite successful at an amateur level, winning British bench press 3 years in a row, 2006, 7 and 8, and getting British bench press records. And then between powerlifting, I was doing the odd strongman competition here and there, amateur level, under 105, South Down Strongest Man 2009, and did probably about 20 strongman competitions and countless powerlifting competitions over 10, 15 years, 20 years even. As a person, I can be quite a complex character. I'm a bit like Marmite. Not everyone likes me, I guess. I'm an acquired taste, but people that get to know me and get close to me, you'll see that it's not always toxic, and I am a very good friend to my friends and a funny guy. I'd like to think I have a very good sense of humour, and I could probably have you laughing within the first 10 minutes of meeting me. But there is a side to me that's a dickhead, and I don't often have a filter. I will say things that might piss people off, and I can be, I don't know, verbally aggressive, one might say, sometimes. But it's just the way my hat fits. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But I won't waste time worrying about whether you like me or not. But I can be one of the nicest guys you've ever met. Sometimes people meet me who have never met me before and can't believe what a nice guy I am compared to the persona that is portrayed on my Instagrams and social medias, the vanilla gorilla. On the table, arm wrestling, I'm very competitive. I always want to win. I'm a very stubborn man on and off the table, so if I'm holding you, because I'm a stubborn bastard, if I can, I'll hold you there all day. So that's a trait that is on and off the table. That's just in my personality. Very competitive, will to win. I won't ever give up. I always say, men like me don't just die, we have to be killed. My future goals in this sport of arm wrestling is to up my level. I want to be at that top pro level. I've beaten a few gatekeeper-ish names this year, and I've pushed the door jar open, and it's not long, if I keep training and stick to my goals, that I'm gonna smash that door open and announce my arrival at the top of the pro game. Consistency is key, not just in your training, but anything you do in your life. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop training. Whatever it is you do, don't ever stop doing it. Just keep going with it, because gains are like a beautiful woman. They'll leave you if you don't pay them attention.